Shalom. This is Nazama Shalhamada Bar Yasharal on my channel Nazama the Hebrew Mystic Healer. Before I get started with the video, I would like to first show some love to my 3D kin, the 12 tribes of Israel, the Hebrew Israelites scattered to the four corners of this third dimensional earth plane of existence. Much love and shalom to you. I would also like to show some love to my cosmic kin, the Nibiru, the primordial dragons, the Anunnaki starseeds scattered to the 12 dimensions of this universal cosmic egg matrix. Much love and shalom to you. I would also like to show some gratitude and appreciation to my viewers, especially those of you who are subscribed. If you're not yet subscribed, please do so now, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss out on any amazing content. Also, if you like this video, please show me by giving it a like. It does help. Thank you. Today I am going to be expounding on a vision I had recently from my Nibiru soul family. It was in a dream, and in the dream these pyramids were appearing out of the earth. This particular one looked very similar to the Giza pyramid, except it came up out of the ground. And when it came up out of the ground, this number 4 glowing blue appeared right toward the top of it. Now, I didn't get a chance to see physically anything else in the dream, but I got this sense. And then later on, an event played out. So the sense that I got is that the actual royal line, the real royal line of the Nibiru, not the current usurper, or what I call regressive or deserter lineages, which are in power at this time, which have put their particular, preferred offspring in charge at this particular time. These are not the actual rightful rulers of this earth plane of existence, according to the Nibiru royal lineage. And what I saw happening is everyone started to argue over quantum in their blood, of who should be, ruling, who should be putting the earth back into its proper format, or its proper rule or order. And what I saw is it didn't matter how many had debated or what people thought, what their opinions were. Of course, it was mostly people that did not have melanin that were really trying to argue and debate over the actual, rightful heirs. But what happened was they were just put in their position, and there was nothing that nobody could do about it. Now, in the dream, I didn't see this took place. I was feeling it. I was sensing it. I was knowing it was happening around me, but I wasn't actually seeing it take place. The 4, standing for the 4 corners of the earth, the 4 borders, the 4 faces of the cherubim, the physical world, the earth mother, the material realm, the 4 elements. It is symbolizing that the true Nibiru royal lineages, which have been in oppression and slavery, which have been disconnected from their heritage and their culture for thousands of years, are going to be put in their rightful position. And no one will be able to argue anymore. There won't be this politically correct attitude where, we're all one, we're all equal. That debate is going to be put to rest. Because those who are from that original bloodline are going to begin to rise up. And the actual Nibiru royals, which many of them are already here, but more coming, they are going to be setting this up. So there won't be anyone that can debate or argue with this process. Now, as far as the symbolism of the pyramids, right? I feel like this has a lot of different symbolisms, but I'm just going to go ahead and say the first one that comes to mind that I feel is going on here is that the pyramids, contrary to a lot of mainstream, theories and teachings that are circulating around, has nothing to do with pharaohs being buried, or in the case where there are pyramids, in other areas of the world, which are all over, they were not used as burial tombs. They were used as power stations, and they were used as star portals for their star family that could teleport portal through these star portals back and forth. Now, during the fall of Atlantis, these portals were collapsed. They weren't able to be used as much as they had been in the past. There would still be visitations, different star races, including the Nibiru, would come and go, just like we still see light ships today. But yet there isn't this visible, continual, teleportation using these stargates. In fact, the capstones of the pyramids are missing that were gold. So that's the first part. Now the other part to that is that the pyramids also symbolize those ancient civilizations, such as Mu, such as Lemuria, such as Atlantis. Now another misnomer is that, the Egyptians, or even in some cases, the Hebrew slaves built the pyramids. This is not true. The pyramids have been around since before the Egyptian and the Hebrew empires, going back to the time of Mu, Lemuria, and Atlantis. So it's that whole return to that whole civilization in the sense of we have the return to the golden age. It's not going to happen all at once, but it is a process, and those poles are shifting. And so last time we had a golden age, all of the portals were open in all the different earth ring dimensions that exist simultaneously, so that we could walk between these portals, not just have access to star portals going into the celestial realm, but also walk between the dimensions of earth as well, because there are different dimensions of earth, just like there's different dimensions in the celestial realm. So this is what I feel this is representing. But the key point, the main takeaway message from this is that there is going to be an overthrow, a destruction, a fall of the current world system order. Now, what the regressive lineage is, you can call them what you will. What they have planned for their new world order versus what's actually going to happen are two different things. So there is going to be an interruption to that. It's not going to happen the way they want it to happen. And they are going to be brought down. They are going to be destroyed. They have to be destroyed because they don't let the Nibiru people rise up. They don't let them build anything. They don't let them reconnect. Every time the Nibiru descendants on Earth, the Hebrew Nibiru descendants on Earth, try to disconnect and pull away and build their own societies peacefully, they get in the way. They create obstacles in the legal system. They create obstacles with mental magic. They create obstacles with different, forms of systemic oppression and iconoclasm and things of that nature. So they're constantly trying to prevent this from happening. So the only way that this can happen is that these obstacles, they have to be taken away. Strategically, they have to be wiped out, because they do not allow the Nibiru people return to their stations. Also, they do not let any people on Earth that try to do their own thing separate from them just live the existence the way they want. If you watch how they do things, they go everywhere on this earth plane in an attempt to conquer and control the other peoples of Earth, to have everybody having them as the top standard of the earth at this time, and looking up to them and modeling their societies after them. So the people that are specifically targeted, and I'm talking about specifically within the Nibiru lines, I'm not talking about other earth and star races at this time, but the people who are specifically targeted of the Nibiru lines are those that are either directly or distantly descended from the royals, and or those that are incarnating at this time with a specific mission to aid in this process. So these people will be the ones that are targeted. These people will be the ones that have blockades thrown in their path. So this is what I was shown. Now, this really coincides with other videos I've done when I did it on, the return of Nibiru, the flaming Merkaba, the video I did on the laws of the Heavenly Mother and Earthly Father. I highly recommend you look at those videos because this all connects. It's all connected. So this was shown to me specifically from my soul family for the Nibiru people. There isn't going to be anything that anyone can do to protest this. That's what I'm being shown. The, regressive and recessive lineages that have barred the way are going to be taken out of the way. So really it's a message of hope. Now, another part that I forgot to mention of this dream, aka vision, is that 4 was counting down. So there's the other side of that. So it's not just a representation of the earth, the 4 corners of the earth, the physical realm, and what's going to take place, but it's also a countdown to show, look, there is going to be a point in time when this is going to happen. This whole system of oppression is not going to go on forever. Now, I don't like giving exact time frames. There's 2 reasons I don't like doing that. One, the way that time works at this level is an illusion when time is in fact spiral. Also, consciousness can alter certain timelines, and we can even move in and out of timelines whether we realize it or not. So I'm not real big on giving set time frames, but I will say pay attention to the seasons. Watch for things. Specifically pay attention to some of the prophecies that are in the Tanakh, aka the Bible, specifically dealing with the Old Testament, but also there's some found in the New Testament. Also there's some found in the Apocrypha as well, and other pseudographic books. Okay, so but definitely pay attention to that. Also there's some prophecies found in the Emerald Tablets of Thoth as well that deal with this, that connect to this. So I would pay attention to those specifically in watching. Case in point, there are specific prophecies that are talked about in that are basically, I want to say, like flags or checkpoints that indicate where we're at. For example, the fall of Damascus that is mentioned in the Old Testament in Jeremiah, that happened a few years back. That is one of the indicators of things to come. So I'm just giving that as an example. Damascus has never, and Damascus is in Syria, by the way. It said that Damascus would be a ruinous heap. That has never happened historically. Damascus has never fallen like that before. So there's no debating that that's actually a signpost of things to come. Another thing to watch for is the plagues. You see more and more rivers of blood, right? It's not literal rivers of blood, but the water becoming, polluted and turning red, right? There are plagues going on that aren't getting covered in the news. There are plagues of locusts hitting different countries, plagues of frogs hitting different countries, illnesses hitting different countries that are not being talked about, an increase in natural disasters. This is all the Earth Mother preparing for this next age. And whenever we switch ages, there's always a cataclysm where people who aren't at a certain vibration and aren't prepared for that transition in that age, they get taken out. Specifically those who are standing in the way and are really in opposition to the natural order of things, as above, so below, as within, so without. So that's basically it. I just wanted to share this with you. I felt it was important. This is probably really going to resonate with the Nibiru seeds, with the Hebrews, but I just feel like it was necessary to talk about. I have a lot of other videos that I've been meaning to do. There's been a lot of downloads I've been having, a lot of dreams, a lot of things I've been shown, but it's also happening while I'm doing client sessions and Patreon. and other personal things that have been going on, and so I am slow to get these videos out, but they are not going to be lost in the abyss. I will be getting them out soon. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like this video and share. Come visit my healing page, facebook.com, The Hebrew Mystic Healer, all one word. The link for my healing page is in the drop-down menu of this video. Full descriptions of services are in the pinned post on my healing page. You can book any service ranging from retro-cosmic akashic record readings, akashic portraits, draconic needle starseed charts, spirit releasement, intuitive guidance, angelic healing, Usui, Reiki, and more by simply clicking on the blue Book Now button. Also, don't forget to check out Patreon. Do not miss out on the techniques and guided meditations for psychic and spiritual protection, ancestral healing, advanced shadow work, activating your light Merkaba, connecting with your soul family, light language activation, recalling past lives, activating major and minor chakra points, and much more. The link for Patreon is in the drop-down menu. Thank you for your support. Stay tuned for the next video.